Hey everybody, my name is Liz and this is the Lesbian Chronicles. Today we're going to be talking about coming out of the closet, of course. This is not going to be my coming out story, but I'm going to talk about some things that are specific to femme lesbians and the issues that they deal with surrounding telling people you're gay. At some point I'll make a video with my coming out story, but because this is the Lesbian Chronicles and not the Liz Baxter Chronicles, I just really want to talk about things as it relates to you all. So, what's it like to come out as a femme or lipstick lesbian? Nobody assumes that we're gay because we don't fit the stereotypical lesbian look, so we pretty much have to tell everybody that we're a lesbian all the time. Can you relate to me? Once you do tell people that you're gay, whether it be in a situation where somebody asks if you have a boyfriend, which I feel like happens all the time, usually I just respond to that question with, well, I don't date men. That's generally the way that I come out of the closet. I don't know how everybody else handles it. And then I pretty much get my popcorn ready and watch the show because everybody has a different reaction to you telling them as a femme that you're gay. I don't understand why it just like blows people's freaking minds sometimes. In my experience, the reaction from men and from women is completely different. So from women, it's a little bit of discomfort or not sure how to react at first. Not because they're uncomfortable with, me being gay, but because they're taken off guard. So they're like, need a second to react, and you just kind of watch them, process. Oh, okay, well, do you have a girlfriend? That's the ideal reaction, is that somebody just rolls right into, oh, do you have a girlfriend? In my experience, coming out to other women, either colleagues or friends or strangers, a lot of times they're very intrigued, especially if they don't have a lot of lesbian friends or they don't know any femme lesbians. They typically have a lot of questions and are just very intrigued. So I actually love that about coming out to people who aren't expecting it. I love breaking stereotypes and seeing people react and seeing people say, wow, I didn't know that a lesbian could look like that. And what I explain to them is that there's a whole, subset of lesbians that are femme lesbians. There's all kinds of lesbians, but femme is just one kind. I think that's fun. I think it's fun to be a part of educating people and a part of breaking stereotypes and a part of teaching people about the lesbian culture and what it's like to be a lesbian. And that's a really fun thing to see people's mind expand and to see them be interested and want to know more. I really, really enjoy that part of coming out. Typically with men, it's a little different, and I am not a man hater and I'm not trying to bash on men, but typically the reaction is a little bit different. It totally depends on the scenario, so if it's like a colleague or if it's like in a bar or when you're out with friends. The colleague scenario is easy. I feel like they're usually very respectful because you're in a workplace, but when you're in a social setting and you come out to another man, particularly if they're single, it can be a nightmare. A lot of times you can get comments like, oh, maybe you just haven't met the right guy yet. Or, oh, are you sure? Or, oh, I love lesbians. Oh, you do? That's great. I'm glad that our sexuality is a novelty to you because it's just my real life. Or they never fails that a man will mention something about a threesome. So again, not all men react like that. Some are totally fine and cool and don't give a shit and are great. I have tons of male friends who don't care, but there are always those douchebags out there that are gonna react in all the ways that I just mentioned. Another thing that's hard about coming out, being a femme lesbian, which I think is actually the hardest part, is coming out to your family. Because they don't see it coming a lot of times. That was definitely the case with my family. I didn't look like what they thought a lesbian looked like, so they were shocked. They were so surprised when I told them that I was gay. And I honestly think that they thought it was gonna be a phase, or they thought that maybe I was bisexual. I think it was really hard for them to accept my sexuality for a while because they just didn't really fully believe it. And I think that's a product of our culture, of our society, is that, okay, a pretty girl can't possibly only like other women. So I think it's just subconsciously people think that. I also think it was hard for my parents, and I think it's hard for some people's family because they have to out you to their friends and family all the time. As you get older, like me, people are always asking, oh, is your daughter married yet? Does she have a boyfriend? And so they're constantly having to either not tell the truth or tell people that their child is a lesbian. I do think that is hard about being a femme lesbian and coming out, is that your family also has to come out for you a lot. And the last thing that I wanted to talk about was coming out to other lesbians or other gay people. Sometimes other lesbians don't even know that we're gay, so we have to come out to them as well. And a lot of times they will also assume that either we're bisexual or that we're just straight and, what do they call it? Bi-curious? Yeah, I think that's the term. I mean, all of these people exist and are fine, but the fact of the matter is there are femme lesbians that identify as lesbians that have to constantly come out to other lesbians, to their family, to strangers all the time. And it's not always bad, it's just a part of our life. All in all, I think that it's every time that we come out to somebody, I think we learn a little bit more about ourselves, and I also think that we become more confident. I can only speak for myself, but I don't mind coming out to people all the time. I don't find it annoying, and if people are surprised, I think that's totally fine. I really actually like being a part of people experiencing something new. Thanks for watching, guys. You guys are the best. Have a good... For real. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate each and every one of you watching my videos, and subscribe for more because there is more to come. Being a femme lesbian is freaking awesome. You're awesome, even if you're not a femme, because all lesbians are awesome, and I don't just like femme lesbians, even though I am one. Okay. Assume that femme lesbians. Okay. My dog is growling. Oh my god. They will